Hi everyone, this is Kedra with NyxMoonOracle, and today I am bringing you a twin flame reading, but I thought since it's almost September and I'm getting into the Halloween spirit, I thought I would do a reading about Divine Masculine called Divine Masculine's Haunted House. I got the idea from a spread that I found online and I totally forgot who made it, but I will have that in the description box down below. I did alter it to kind of fit my personality and what I would want in the reading for this Halloween reading, but I thought this would be something fun and a little different and gearing up for the Halloween season. I'm really excited for Halloween for so many reasons. I have a Halloween art show coming up. I have a Halloween psychic fair where I'm an in-house psychic oracle for this metaphysical supply shop in town, and the psychic fairs are fun, and especially with it being the season of the witch in October, we're having a psychic fair. Really stoked about that, and so I'm kind of really getting in the mood for it, getting so excited, and I hope you'll join me on this excitement. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Just click off, and maybe next week I'll be able to tap into your energy. If you comment below, like, share if you like this video, subscribe so you get notifications of new videos. We'll have an energy exchange, and I might be able to tap into your situations for your twin flame situations or other situations next week or another time. So what we're going to look at today is what's haunting Divine Masculine, what's keeping him up at night, things that have happened in the past. So I have my outline here ready to go. So let the fun begin. Okay, so what is haunting Divine Masculine? What is haunting Divine Masculine currently, Spirit, for this collective? I'm going to get into that. I'm going to try these Mystery House cards that I got on Etsy by Intuitive Envisions 1111. She has some great cards on Etsy, especially her messages. I love every deck that she makes, honestly. I just resonate with her decks and her messages so much. What is haunting Divine Masculine? Ooh, well, of course, Divine Masculine's running, avoiding. I'm going to get one more. I'm already getting the messages here. Okay, I thought this. Okay, so what's going on? What is Divine Masculine haunted by? Well, it's you. Divine Masculine is running and avoiding you because they just feel this magnetic attraction to you, and they feel like I feel like they haven't felt anything like this before, this intensity, that runner-chaser dynamic. They've just never felt this kind of love before. And see that flame? It's this twin flame connection that's keeping them, they're haunted by this twin flame connection. This is keeping them up at night. They feel like you've been casting spells on them. Maybe you cast a love spell on them. That is the only explanation for why they do what they do and why they run, but they keep focusing on you. Their mind drifts back to you. They can't stop thinking about you, coming back to you. But they don't see you as evil because they see you as this, friendly, helping, loving. Just the attraction is so strong. They see your beauty, they see your sweetness, your innocence, but they feel like you've cast a spell on them because they're avoiding you and running away from you because it's too strong. It's just too strong. So you get a little bit more about that, even though that's pretty self-explanatory. Tell me more about this running, avoiding, being haunted by Divine Feminine. Tell me more about that, Spirit. Yeah, and they're numbing. They're trying to compartmentalize this. They're thinking of other things. They're trying to numb it. They're really haunted by it. They're really tortured by it. They really do feel like you've cast some kind of love spell on them. Maybe you're a little witchy too. That's why you're drawn to this reading. You're a little witchy, but you haven't been casting spells because you know that taking somebody out of their free will just isn't the witchy way. So it's just they don't understand the intensity, the draw, the pull. They've never experienced anything like this, nor have you. And you have your own attic ghouls and warlocks going on. You've tried numbing the pain as well. Numbing this connection out because it's very painful, but you're both drawn to one another because it is a twin flame connection, and Divine Feminine is the keeper of the flame. But they're numbing. They're trying to forget it. They're trying to numb it with other relationships, numb it with alcohol, drugs, they could do anything, go into different situations, different people, trying to live a different life. They're numbing it. They're stopping their mind. They will change their thought patterns just to get it out, but it always comes back to you. They may be very adventurous, going out and doing things just to help them forget for a brief moment about you, like rock climbing, cliff diving, something adventurous that they do. They will do anything to forget and numb themselves to this. What else, Spirit? Tell me more about this. The warlock, the numbing. Yep. They do. No matter how much they numb, they're always at a crossroads that leads. See these arrows pointing to you. And they just feel like you put some sort of magic spell on them, because they keep being pulled back to you. Always. Both arrows pointing to you. All roads, all thoughts, no matter how much they numb it, lead back to you. What else? Tell me about the Divine Feminine. Tell me about this Divine Feminine. These two fell out. They put up a barrier and say no. They just put up a barrier and say no. Why do they say no, Spirit? Why do they say no to this, Spirit? I think I'm going to get another deck for this one. Why do they say no? They're haunted by this. We know that. Why do they put up barriers? Why do they say no to this connection, to Divine Feminine, when all roads lead to Divine Feminine? Why does Divine Masculine keep saying no to this connection? What barriers are being placed? Why are the barriers being placed? Yeah, they're disconnected. They just don't want to be connected for some reason. What's the reason? Divine Masculine may not want this to be known because, yeah, they just said, I'm walking away from this. I'm disconnecting from this. I'm putting up a barrier. No, 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 no. It's like Divine Masculine does not want me to know. Because Divine Masculine is part of this reading. They give me messages as well as Spirit. Divine Masculine's higher self. One-sided. They're pushing it away. See this man or woman. The face is covered. They're blinding themselves. They're saying, no, no, I don't feel anything for this person. This isn't for me. I'm walking away. I'm disconnecting. I'm putting up barriers. Answer is no. Wow. Divine Masculine does not want. Yeah, they're keeping their distance. Wow, this Divine Masculine does not want to say a word. Spirit, you override Divine Masculine now. Tell me why. Tell me why. All right. Well, secretive is on the bottom of the deck. So is ruthless and haunted and foolish. You know what? I saw this on the bottom of the deck a little while ago, and I was going to pull it, but I waited, and it came out again. Foolish. I really feel like this person treats you ruthlessly, has treated you ruthlessly, taken no prisoners, just moved right along. And I feel like the reason why they walked away, they put the barriers up, I feel like they are peeping in on you, checking in on you. They know what's going on in your world somehow. Social media, I feel like they've kept their feelings, true feelings about you, to themselves. Like they're just keeping it on the down low. They're keeping it one-sided. They're making sure it's one-sided. They're pushing it away, walking away, numbing, because they feel this extreme lust for you. They're haunted by you. See how there's a picture of a woman and this person. This is what's haunting them. They feel foolish. They feel foolish. They don't want to look like a fool for going into this relationship. It's like they have to cut you out before you cut them out. And this goes to a Divine Masculine reading I did just the other day. This may be connected. They don't want to be the fool. They could easily give in to this, but they don't want to be the fool. And this whole reading is about what Divine Masculine is haunted by. And haunted is here. They are definitely haunted by you, Divine Feminine. They lust for you. They think you're beautiful. They think you're sweet. They think you're everything. But they ruthlessly keep it to themselves. They keep their distance. They walk away. They walked away. They'll continue to walk away. They disconnect, put up barriers, and say no to this connection. They tell themselves you've performed spells because of their obsession. So they avoid you, they run from you, even when they come back, they go again. but they're always drawn to you. All roads lead back to you, keeper of the flame. You're that ghost that keeps haunting them. No matter how much they numb, no matter what they do, what other relationships they go into, encounters, activities, adventures, their mind always goes back to you. You're that Casper the ghost that's haunting them. Thank you, Spirit. Whew. What a profound effect that you have on Divine Masculine. But us Divine Feminines know this already. The next thing we're going to check into is, what are they hiding from the world under that bed? What's lurking under their spirit? What's lurking under Divine Masculine's bed? They want to come back to you. They want to go back to you. No matter how much they run, they want to go back. They want to resurrect this connection. They want to start over. They just keep wanting a new beginning every time. They hide it though, but they want it. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? Pray. Yeah, they're watching you. They're hiding the fact that they're keeping tabs on you. They are definitely watching you. Look at all these 4s. 4, 4, 3, and 1 is 4. They're watching you. They're asking about you. They are thinking about you. They're checking in on your social media. They may be, if you're in close proximity, they may just be outside, knowing your hangouts, kind of popping in and out of places that you are. They're keeping tabs. They're talking about you. You are the prey. And they're keeping that a secret. They don't let anybody know that they're watching you, keeping tabs on you, and they think about coming back all the time. We know that already because the crossroads lead to you. Call for help. They want to call you. They want to call you. They stop themselves from calling you. They numb it. They stop themselves from texting you, but they do want to reach out. That's just confirmation. They feel that feeling of wanting to resurrect this connection. They check in on you. They feel this. It just starts this cycle over again. They'll feel this need to call you. They'll miss you. Something will trigger them. Then they'll start thinking about you. Then they'll go check your social media. They'll hear things from friends. They may even strike up conversations very casually and subtly about you. They look for you and they want to reach out. It gets them really stirred up. They want to text. They want to call. They want to admit their feelings. But they keep it under the bed. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Why? Why don't they just do it, Spirit? Why don't they just do it? Reach out instead of hiding it. Why does it have to be a big secret? We know it's the intensity between you all. We know. One more, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, yes. Look at all these swords. And look at this cup and swords, yeah. Whew. They walked away. They still want you. This 8 of Cups. I walked away, but I still want you. You make me restless inside. You make me want to come back and resurrect. But I walked away, so I ran away. The 7 of Swords. I ran away. And I feel like this complete dishonor floating over me that I walked away. I need you. I want to have you. I want to have you. But I keep running away. I lied. I lied to myself. I lied to you. I make up shit in my head. But I'm always wanting you. I always want to resurrect this connection. That 8 of Cups is really strong. It makes me restless, wanting you more. I have to seek you out. I want to call. I want to text. But I ran away. And then when I think everything's good and it feels good, I start feeling that intensity. And I run away. More lies. More lying to myself. And I make a decision to just run away. I want to make a decision to call you. I want to tell you the truth about how I feel. But the 7 of Swords is looming over me. I ran away too many times. I really messed it up. I really shit all over this situation when all I ever want is you. And I don't understand why I run. I don't understand why I run. But we know. We know why. And it is because of the shared energy between the twins that has to be lowered. And that, how do you do that? In case you've never seen one of my videos, how do you do that? You live your best life and let Divine Masculine go. You stop worrying about an outcome with them and focusing on living your best life, being in the present moment, no judgment towards Divine Masculine. Let them live their life. You're already one. You're one soul in two different bodies, experiencing life in your own lanes. And Spirit has things for you to experience, and Spirit also has the same plan for Divine Masculine. Let's see what broken windows Spirit, Divine Masculine, needs to look through in regards to this connection. Snake, Seer, Cross. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck was Tower, and I'm going to take it. And under that is Dog, and I'm going to take that. So the broken windows that Divine Masculine has to look through, these shattered windows, they have to really go in and look at their behavior, the chaos and destruction and the havoc that they caused. I feel like they're also looking at this phonograph right here. They keep playing the same tune over and over in their head. They keep doing the same behavior, like a broken record, just playing over and over again. The same thoughts going in their head over and over. Their bow wow behavior when it came to going into other relationships that were shallow, just sex, or something to benefit and comfort them instead of really paying attention to this connection. I feel like they're also, because of this cross, they have to look at the ghost of you, the seer. You saw they feel like you could see them, who they were, under this skin, this snake skin. You could see under the layers. You could see, or they didn't want you to see it. That's why you were sacrificed. You were crucified. This must have been a really painful ending, and this is why they're haunted by you. Remember that Seven of Swords came up, the dishonor, the lies. I really feel because of this card, you were sacrificed. It was a painful ending. And they know they hurt you. This is the broken window that they need to look at. Whether they've done it or not, Spirit's saying this is what they need to look at. They need to look at that sneaky behavior, that bow wow behavior, the chaos and the pain and the upheaval that they caused with this tower. And they did it because they felt like you got too close, that you were this divine connection, and they just sacrificed it. And now, see this ghost? You're haunting them. You're in their mind. That's whatever happened here is constantly playing in their ear, and they're constantly faced with it as well. But they were a snake, and they were scared that you would find that out. Like you saw them in a certain way, they saw themselves as a snake. And maybe they had been. Maybe they've been a bow wow in their life, and they've done, some shallow things, and they haven't been on their best behavior. But you made them feel good. You made them feel loved. You made them feel like they could be something. But then the mind takes over, and they're like, no, the mind is saying, you're just a snake. You're just a dog. You're just going to hurt her. Or she's going to find out who you really are, what your past is really like. You're not good enough for this person. She or he or they have to go. And they sacrificed you, and now they're haunted by it. All because they were scared of you finding out what's behind the mask. Thank you, Spirit. We'll look at what trapdoors have happened and what trapdoors are ahead if they keep numbing this connection. Too many? What trapdoors, Spirit, have happened to Divine Masculine after they sacrificed Divine Feminine? They have really, see this flame? You're the keeper of the flame. This High Priestess of Earth, that's that Queen of Pentacles energy. That's that Divine Feminine energy. I feel like they've had to take a long, hard look. And there's 11, the twins. This relationship was complicated. This relationship is complicated. This is a trapdoor that Divine Masculine has fallen through. This trapdoor where they now have to face and be honest with what they did and how they ended things with Divine Feminine. When they came together with you, they had to take an honest look at who they were, and that complicated things. We saw earlier from that Seven of Swords that Divine Masculine just lied and ran. And now it's even more complicated because they sacrificed you and they're avoiding you and they're running from you. But they've had to take an honest look at themselves. Tell me more about this, Spirit. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this trapdoor. And yeah, they're definitely avoiding. They're just keeping themselves on the down low. I feel like it's complicated because they're scared to come. They're keeping their distance from you because they feel like they're going to have to face your anger. So it's really complicated for them to reach out, like we saw earlier that they wanted to come back, because they know they're going to have to face your anger, and right now they just want to keep themselves covered and sheltered. So it's very complicated. And also, they know what they have done to you, and they have to be very honest with themselves, and it makes them angry. They should have protected you instead of sacrificed you. What other trapdoors have opened, Spirit? What other trapdoors have opened? What other trapdoor? Actually, I'm going to look at what trapdoors. Edit that out, Kedra. Now I'm going to look at what trapdoors are ahead if Divine Masculine doesn't face this. We see that Divine Masculine has some karma of being haunted by you because of their actions towards you, fearing facing you because of their actions, and feeling like they should have protected you instead. And they're angry with themselves. Spirit, what trapdoors are ahead if Divine Masculine doesn't take a look through those shattered windows? What trapdoors are ahead if they're not honest with themselves? What trapdoors are ahead for Divine Masculine? And this is on the bottom of the deck. This is, to me, is Queen of Cups, but it's the High Priestess of Water. I really feel from these cards, the trapdoor ahead, if they do not look at themselves and they're not honest with themselves, I feel like they'll never ever gain an understanding of Divine Feminine and how truly loving and amazing and nurturing and intuitive this person was or is. They know it, but they can't ever really understand because they keep telling themselves negative things about Divine Feminine just to numb themselves. This Forbidden card, they're still closing those doors. They're still saying no. If they don't take a look at what they've done, they will continue to block this connection. It will be forbidden, and it's a choice that they have to make. The understanding, the honesty, or staying in their shadows, staying in their self-delusions is what I'm hearing. Because they keep telling themselves negative things to numb the pain. They go into different relationships, different things, just to forbid the connection with Divine Feminine. Tell me more about this, Spirit. This Divine Masculine is really set in their ways, and we got that earlier when they just kept saying, nope, doors closed, walking away. Same here. Nervous. Needy. Yeah, they're nervous to come to you. Yeah, this is what is ahead if Divine Masculine does not look at themselves. They'll always have this nervous energy towards you. They'll always have this unhealthy need. We saw that with Prey, where they want to reach out and talk to you, but they have this lust for you. They go back and forth. They need these superficial connections as well. They use sex as an excuse to numb the connection. They're very much in their 3D self. This Divine Masculine is not awakened yet. Is not. They're blocking. They're just completely blocking, and they're going into shallow, superficial relationships. They need it. And this could be codependency. This could be for financial reasons as well as sex. I feel like it's like a combination of needing a steady supply of sex and ego stroking, being with somebody that isn't complicated, not a divine connection, just something easy, as well as fulfilling these needs that they have, these addictions that they have. Like, I need financial stability. I need my ego stroked. I need that codependent energy. I need that. I need a relationship where if they leave, I'm okay with it because I can always go and find somebody else, another supply. They're nervous, and they will always be nervous in regards to you, Divine Feminine, until they look through these shattered windows. Thank you, Spirit. So, what cobwebs need to be cleared, Spirit? What cobwebs need to be cleared? Actually, I'm going to get this deck again. It's calling me, and then I'll get clarifiers with the deck that I just picked up. Okay. Tell me what cobwebs Divine Masculine needs to clear going forward, Spirit. Bugaboo. Clingy, irritating, blowing up your phone. What cobwebs need to be cleared? Ooh. This is on the bottom of the deck. So is this. And I'm going to take this one too. And this one. Okay. So what I'm getting with these cards right here is that Spirit is saying, these are the cobwebs that need to be cleared. First of all, we saw from that phonograph earlier that Divine Masculine keeps playing the same song over and over and over. That same record. It's a broken record saying the same things to themselves, to others. It's just like so predictable. Spirit saying, you need to quit faking it with that karaoke. You need to be genuine. You need to be real. Quit. Break the record. Break the record. Throw it out. Be real. Whatever comes out of your mouth needs to be genuine and real. Spirit's also saying to this paranormal, the cobwebs that need to be cleared are being genuine. Stop the shallow, codependent behaviors. That clinging, blowing up people's phones. I really feel like Spirit's also saying to quit hanging on to these really shallow connections, these really shallow behaviors. To just let go and fly. Either call Divine Feminine or let go. But stop just hanging around, creeping around at nighttime, lurking in the shadows, watching. You're just watching and creeping on Divine Feminine, yet you are going into different connections, closing the door. Spirit's pretty much saying, get it together. Either let it go or do something about it. Do something. Be genuine. Do not be trying to blow up Divine Feminine's phone, texting with this fake song and dance that you always do with other people as well as Divine Feminine. Because Divine Feminine's heard it all. Divine Feminine is unique and one of a kind, and you know it, and you're haunted by Divine Feminine. And I am protecting Divine Feminine. So don't come around Divine Feminine with this fake song and dance, blowing up their phones, stalking, while you still have a third party satisfying your sweet tooth. Don't do it. Don't come, because you know what? Divine Feminine is protected and covered by Spirit. You have to see that Divine Feminine is unique and one of a kind. There's no spells going on here. This is a divine connection. And it's time for you to level up, Divine Masculine, because Divine Feminine is protecting themselves as well as I am protecting Divine Feminine. I'm protecting this connection. And I'm giving Divine Feminine spiritual guidance, signs, feelings to move forward in Divine Feminine's life, to be playful, to surrender to divine timing, to not get involved with competition and fighting, and to gather with other people and plan their beautiful, happy life. Because this connection is one of a kind, and you have to get your shit together and eliminate the third party sweet tooth stuff. Be genuine. Don't come at her blowing up his or her phone with that same song and dance. they're going to see right through it. They're going to see right through it. You need to clear this behavior. You need to clear the third parties. You need to clear the stalking. You need to clear the need that you need to blow up their phone when you have this fake song and dance that you're spewing, that you keep spewing, that you keep playing over and over. This has to clear, because I'm protecting this, and Divine Feminine is doing their own thing right now. This needs to be cleared before you can plan anything with Divine Feminine, because Divine Feminine should not have to compete or fight for your love. Divine Feminine knows that. Divine Feminine knows this is all in divine timing, and it's time to live and enjoy and play Divine Feminine's best life, and see that Divine Feminine is unique, one of a kind, and so is this connection. But that doesn't mean you sit around and wait or compete with a third party, because you're too busy planning your life, Divine Feminine. Spirit saying this is your cobwebs too. These are cobwebs for you. Divine Masculine has to clear this. You have to clear this. You have to clear the need to compete and fight for Divine Masculine and surrender to divine timing. Yes, this is a divine connection. Yes, we know that. But that doesn't mean you sit around and wait and stew. Don't sit around and wait, Spirit says. Enjoy that life. Plan that life. Live that life. Get out with others. Go to events. Live your best life. Dress up, doll up. Live your best life. See the beauty of you. That you're not only is this connection unique and one of a kind, but so are you. Spirit wants you to be illuminated. Spirit wants you to glow. Spirit wants you to know you're protected. And so is this connection. So there's no reason for this waiting and fighting and competing. Just because they're with third parties or other people, that does not take away your beauty. That does not mean that you're not beautiful, that you're not worthy, just because this person went into different connections or left. This has nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with same song and dance behavior that they've been doing all of their adult life. Divine Masculine has to cut out those third-party interferences, whether it is relationships, which we saw earlier, it is, but it could be Divine Masculine listening to other people, friends, society conditions, like this person isn't my normal type of person, why am I drawn to this person? Just any excuse that they can use to push you away, but yet they're wanting to blow up your phone and hanging around with their tongue hanging out, stalking your social media, lurking, peeping, playing that same song and dance when they come back around. Spirit saying that's got to clear. Whew. Spirit does not hold any punches. What needs to be banished in, actually what needs to be cleansed in this dynamic, Spirit, this twin flame dynamic? What needs to be cleansed? What needs to be cleansed? We'll look at what needs to be banished. What does Divine Masculine need to cleanse moving forward? What needs to be cleansed? Whew. What needs to be cleansed is, I feel like Spirit is saying that with this sword, 8, 3 is 11, that represents the twins. When it's in regard to the twins, this 3 is like family connections. I feel like Spirit is saying, look, Divine Masculine, you have to really look at and be honest with yourself. We saw an Ace of Swords earlier. We saw that honesty card. Spirit is really wanting Divine Masculine to be more fluid and stop being so rigid and hard and defensive, wanting to set this connection on fire, wanting to put these barriers up. Spirit saying, look, you need to look at the truth. This is a hard truth. You need to cut away the thoughts, the ideas, the fears, and cut them away. And also your need to be better than other people. I'm hearing because of these family ties, this cord, I feel like this is like a DNA strand to me. And these are the twins, these pillars. This is what is standing in between. It is family, friends, career, shit in their head. Everything that they can block, Divine Feminine here in the shadows, they are doing. They have to cut this cord. They have to let the illumination and the light shine in. They have to take the sword and cut that cord and stop looking at Divine Feminine as this witch that is causing, all this chaos and needs to be burned, banished. Looking at Divine Feminine as a nemesis instead of this Queen of Pentacles and Divine Feminine that Divine Feminine is. See the gifts. See the beauty. See the protection that this beautiful being has to offer. And stop sacrificing divine feminine. Stop seeing divine feminine as a change. There's a 2 and a 5 here. I feel like Spirit's saying, change this behavior. Cut them cords, and with that 2, come together. This is what needs to be cleansed in this dynamic. Divine masculine has to quit with the barriers, be more fluid, be really honest with themselves, cut away bullshit, burn the bridges, just take that sword and cut those cords, cut the ties, cut the mind chatter that's telling them all this negative things about divine feminine, or seeing them in a negative way, and really seeing what is really truly there. Divine feminine is not a nemesis. Divine feminine is you, divine masculine. Divine masculine and divine feminine are one soul, 2 different bodies learning lessons. Change how you view divine feminine. That's what needs to be cleansed. Sorry everyone, I had a phone call really quickly, so let me get back to this. What needs to be banished? What needs to be banished for divine masculine not to see divine feminine as a nemesis? What needs to be banished, Spirit? What needs to be banished? What needs to be banished, Spirit? What needs to be banished in this connection, Spirit? Oof. What needs to be banished? Sell out? Oof. Yeah, stop selling out this connection. Stop selling yourself out going into shallow relationships. Stop being cowardly. And I'm going to go into this a little bit further because I'm getting a lot of messages. What else? One more, Spirit. Thank you. This is on the bottom of the deck. Spirit's saying in order for divine masculine to cut the cords, be more fluid, less rigid, seeing divine feminine the way divine feminine should be seen, that divine masculine has to quit selling themselves out in the 3D world. Quit being a coward and not facing who they truly are, which is more than this aspiration in life of having the best, looking the best, being the best. There's always something better. Like they're always chasing and fixated on different things. There's a huge codependent energy in this person. They're not facing the pain of their past, a pain of a relationship that has really affected them in the past. That they need to stop selling themselves out and going in relationships where there's no challenge. Like things that they're going into relationships that they really don't want because they're cowardly. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want somebody great leaving them. And that's selling them out. That's treating themselves secondary. Like, why would you want to go into a relationship that you wouldn't feel absolutely amazing in? It's because of self-worth. It's because of pain. It's because of destination fixation. Like there's always something better. There's something always, instead of loving themselves, they're fixated on other people, loving them, stroking their ego, numbing with alcohol, drugs, to cover up some kind of pain. It's pain from their past, not having self-love for themselves. They're selling themselves out. And they're afraid. They're afraid of being authentic, and we already saw that that actually needs to be cleared. That's one of the cobwebs that needs to be cleared, is to stop being fake and be genuine. To stop selling themselves out and going into relationships. Stop selling out this divine connection and treating divine feminine secondary and like a nemesis. Stop causing pain, not only for themselves, but others. They're fixated on specific outcomes. They're constantly searching for this 10 of Cups. But yet they are doing absolutely the opposite things to get that joy, peace, family, happiness, contentment. You can't have that if you're selling yourself out, not loving yourself first, worried about what family thinks, worried about what society thinks, worried about, and not being genuine, and being fixated on sex, being fixated on the perfect looking person, or the perfect person, because sometimes true love comes in a package you do not see coming. Like, you do not see it coming at all in the way it is. Some people are like, they want somebody like, I like tall men. My perfect person may be 5'9", 5'8", my height. Even though I love a tall man over 6 feet, preferably 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". I've dated a 7-foot tall guy before. You know, I find them lovely, but it doesn't mean that that's the person for me. That's just purely aesthetics. It's very 3D. It's very shallow. It's selling myself out. So I'm going to ignore love because the package doesn't come the way I thought it was going to be. And this doesn't even have to be looks. This could be financial status. This could be education. This could be cultural. This could be things like hobbies and things like that that you don't have in common. What you have to look at is, how does this person make you feel? How do you feel with this person? Do you get along? Are they considerate? Do you love them? Is your mind telling them they're not good enough for you because they're not 6'6"? They're not, you know, financially able to take care of you? Not saying you have to date somebody, you know, that doesn't have your shit. You date someone that complements your life, that you love. Just because they don't like the same music or they have the same hobbies and you shut them out, you didn't really get to know who that person was. That's why I find online dating so weird, is because you have this list of things and you can just swipe somebody away, right? Because they're not the right height, they don't have the right job, they don't have the right religion, they don't have the right skin color, they don't have the right educational background, they have kids, they don't have kids, they don't want kids. I mean, those things are important, the children, but the way somebody looks, you should get to know that person, because they may be the love of a lifetime, and people are fixated on other things rather than a genuine person, a genuine love that could bring this 10 of cups. And you're selling yourself out. This goes for everybody, not just Divine Masculine, but Divine Masculine is like the king of this right now. Not to say anything horrible about Divine Masculine, but this is what the cards are saying. This person is fixated on shallow things and not really seeing the beauty in themselves, or the love in themselves, or the love that others, especially Divine Feminine, have to offer. They're too busy being influenced by sex. They're too busy being influenced by family, friends, society, what society would think of them being with this person, how they would look out and about with this person, how would that fit, instead of, do I love them? Do they love me? I feel like this person knows that you do love them. They experience this, but they are listening to other factors, and they're being a coward, and that needs to be banished. Let's see, now I'm going to go into what needs to be returned to the living. What needs to return? What does Divine Masculine need to have returned to the living in this haunted house of Divine Masculine? What needs to return to the living? Then I'm going to get 2 more cards after this and call it a day. Close the haunted house up for the day. Spirit, what does Divine Masculine need to have returned to the living? Before this reading started, I thought this card's going to come out. Sometimes I do that, and my intuition knows before, and it's the first card out. What else, Spirit? The cards are coming out exactly how I saw them when I was shuffling them this morning, and I'm just sitting here shuffling. Shipwreck, the Witch, Lilith. On the bottom of the deck, Twin Intention and Haunted Spaces. It's funny because we're doing a haunted house card. I think I'm going to get some messages as well. In just a second. Okay, the Witch. Lilith, shipwreck, twin intention, and haunted spaces. So what I'm getting from this is I feel like divine masculine really has to look at the shipwreck that they caused in regards to this connection, this twin intention, to what has been done to divine feminine. And the only way to salvage this shipwreck is to really learn from it, take the lessons from it, and I mean really seek the lessons and really look at the past mistakes, the mind chatter, those intrusive thoughts. And instead of seeing divine feminine as a ghost and being haunted, to really, really look at her as this divine goddess, this independent goddess that divine feminine is a witch, that divine feminine is a goddess, but is a divine goddess, is a divine witch, and not a witch like textbook witch, like and evil and stuff. I'm talking a magician, an alchemist, that queen of pentacles, that queen of cups, the empress, the giver of life, the giver of love, the giver of hope, wisdom, working divine feminine's magic. And no matter what divine feminine has gone through, she will always be the empress, because she's resilient and moves forward and independent and knows that they're one. And this is what divine masculine has to have returned to the living, is taking everything that's happened and that they're haunted by and what they've done and how they've wrecked it, and really come together with divine feminine, have the strength to do it and communicate in an authentic way, without the mind chatter, without just that. I'm getting that cutting those cords. You have to cut the cords, divine masculine. This haunted space needs to be revived. This firm foundation, this house, has to be rebuilt. The ship has to be rebuilt. This connection has to be rebuilt. This connection needs to come back to the living. And how do you do that? By cutting those cords, facing that hard truth, looking at the consequences of your actions, having the strength to step away from things that don't serve you, the mind chatter, the excuses, the behavior that I'm like this happened to me, I'm like this, I've done this, he or they is never going to forgive me, I'm going to feel their wrath, their anger. Spirit's saying this connection needs to return to the living. But I'm also hearing, divine feminine, for you, the only way this can return to the living is by you embracing your empress energy and your divine goddess, that no matter what has happened to you with your Adam, you leave it behind. You gain your independence, your sovereignty, and you move forward, and you're nurturing and you're loving and abundant. You focus on your abundance, your things in life, what you manifest. See, she's manifesting there. Manifest your best life. Focus on your treasures, your beauty, your unique gifts. Remember, you're one of a kind, unique. Manifest your best life. And that is the only way for divine masculine to see the shipwreck that they caused, to cut the cords, to face the truth, to gain the strength, to revive this twin connection. That's what needs to come to the living. Now I'm going to get some messages from divine masculine in regards to a few things that I wanted to tap back into. I wanted to get some messages about these. And then I will get just two closing cards from Spirit to close up this haunted house. Tell me some messages about this pain, fixation. I scared myself that day. No, Spirit. What about sellout, cowardly, and fixated? Leaving you hurt me too. I fear that you will reject me. We've seen that. I'm not coming back. One more. Cowardly. Okay. What I'm getting from these messages is they went through a lot of pain when they left. They put themselves through a lot of pain, unnecessary pain, because they were cowardly. They couldn't believe. Remember the ruthless card came out? They scared themselves that day when they were ruthless with you, when they sacrificed you, when they walked away from this connection. Either if they ghosted you or said horrible things or were very cold and rigid. Ghosting is also very cold and rigid as well, because it leaves the door open for so many unknowns. And leaving you hurt me too. They are affected by them leaving. But they were when they left, in their head they were like, I'm not coming back. I'm fixated on a future, on a specific kind of look, a specific kind of relationship, person. I cannot let you leave me first. I can't handle my friends and family and exes, maybe that I share children with, or just being, in society with somebody that I didn't feel like, would look good with me or be good for me, or maybe we were too different. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you, Divine Feminine. I'm saying these are the stupid ass excuses that these Divine Masculines sometimes make to themselves. Not all, but a lot. And next time I will listen to my intuition. They were too scared. They knew. We saw that in the beginning of the reading. They knew. That's why they're haunted by you. They're attracted to you. They're constantly haunted by you. But they fear that you'll reject me, because remember we saw that anger card come up with that knight facing this big rock, angry rock. They're scared that you're going to give them the wrath, and they're being a coward and a sellout because they're scared you're going to reject them. I think I'm going to get some more here. I'm going to get 2 more. What else, Spirit? Yeah, don't believe what you see or hear, no matter what they're projecting, because they're not okay. You're haunting them. They're not okay. If you're haunting them and they're wanting to call, remember we saw that. They're struggling to call you. They're looking at your social media. That came out a lot. They're checking in on you. If they were okay, they wouldn't be doing that. They wouldn't be haunted. I was ready to give us a chance for real this time, but then something happened. Something happened, and I feel like, I really do feel for some of you. I didn't say this earlier, but because of the secondary card, I really feel like this person sacrificed you. We saw that cross card earlier. They sacrificed you and this connection because either family members didn't accept it, exes that have an impact, they have children with this person, had an impact. Some third party was involved. Something happened. It could have even been their mind that did it, but we saw third party come up. And that third party could have been their thoughts because of that fixation. Okay, I'm ready to give it, I'm feeling this person, I'm feeling this person, and then now I have to run. Maybe you guys were getting so close and that intensity built up so much that it caused this blow up of that 9 of Swords, that self-sabotage, the anxiety, that intensity, and they just blew it up with that 9 of Swords energy. They put other things and their fears about what others would think secondary to what they really wanted, and now they see it as a missed opportunity. This is very 4 of Cups energy. They turn their back on the connection. They turn their back on what was good for them, and they see it as a missed opportunity. And now they're wishing on a star, wishing they would have listened to their intuition. And now it's too late. They feel like, you'll reject me if I come back and talk to you. So now I'm going to get some advice from Spirit moving forward, Divine Feminine. And a witchy spell to carry you, because the witch came out earlier. You are the witch. You are that empress. What's a spell that can protect you? This connection going forward. Ooh, that's too many, Spirit. What message would you like to give Divine Feminine closing this reading out, especially for Divine Feminine? Now that we've closed this haunted house up, we've taken a look inside Divine Masculine's haunted house, and now we are wanting to close it out with some messages. I'm going to shuffle again. That's just too many. I saw what they were, but if they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. I'm going to peek in here and pull. There's that sword. I get Queen of Swords energy here. Okay. Spirit says to this 2 and 8 is 10. Put an end to these cycles that are keeping you low. Remember who you are. You're the witch. You're the empress. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You are the Queen of Cups. You are the Queen of Wands. You are the goddess Lilith. You are the mountain goddess. Keep your vibration high. Be mindful of your thoughts. And remember the power of the mind. Because remember, Spirit said, in order for this connection to be returned to the living, you have to have that power of the mind is, you have to know the power of the mind. And the mind will fuck things up real quick. It'll take you from a high vibration to a low one in a second. You could be feeling so high and wonderful and fantastic about yourself, but one negative little mind thought can just take you down and you sink. Spirit says to remember who you are. You are a soul that has a body and you're experiencing for spirit. Remember who you are. Remember your manifestation abilities. Remember you have the power in your hands. Keep your vibration high. Watch your thoughts. Be in the present moment. That mindfulness is really saying, watch your mind patterns. Cut away what doesn't serve you. If it's not making you feel good, if it's not for your highest good, how can you manifest? Assume the best outlook for yourself. Don't assume, oh, he'll never change. He's a piece of shit. He did this to me. He did that. That's lowering your vibration. Put an end to that cycle. You're the mountain goddess. What you speak comes to life. What you speak manifests. Keep the vibration high. Watch your thoughts. Watch what you speak. Be in the present moment. Assume the best. He's healing. I'm healing. I don't need to be thinking about this person's business unless you have kids with them. I don't need to worry about an outcome with this person because I'm so busy manifesting my bright and beautiful life, living it, experiencing it, and being this true mountain goddess. Spirit's saying, first I'm going to go here. There's a door, a light portal. And this card talks about light portals and subtle energies. And you're the mountain goddess. You're up there manifesting away, right? But you're doing it subtly. Watching your thoughts, watching what directions you go into, these light portals, these light beings. You are a being of light. And see this woman? I don't know if you can see it. See this divine feminine? Has a sword. Cutting away the bullshit, being fluid, going towards the light, being that being of light, manifesting the castles in the sky, seeing that it's already there, living in high vibration to it. It's there. Just have to cut away the bullshit, surrender to divine timing, divine spirit, keep walking your path. Watch your energies, be soft with yourself. Call on spirit guides that work in love and light for your assistance. They're there helping you manifest. You just have to match the frequency. How do you match the frequency? Be in the present moment. Assume the best. Keep that vibration. You don't have to think about it all the time. Just feel it and move on. Accept the present moment as it is and move on. Spirit, can you tell me a witchy spell for the divine feminine? We already saw she's the witch. She's the witch of divine masculine's world. What is a spell? What is this witchy magic spell for divine feminine moving forward? For self-improvement and growth. Awaken the witches. That's just divine masculine. That's just spirit saying, really embrace and awaken that empress in you and your manifestation abilities. Witches are awakening to their power. Free at last to rise and share the natural magics. The subtle energies. Adore the stars and circle together under the moonlight. The witch urges you to claim your power. Embrace the witches within. Spirit saying, embrace your inner power. Embrace your manifestation. Embrace what you have. You are unique, remember? You have gifts of your very own, and none of it depends on an outcome with Divine Masculine. This is your journey. Everything is there that you want. Focus on what you want. Just not Divine Masculine, because that actually pushes them away. What is it that you want your life to look like without Divine Masculine? Get out under the moonlight. Get out under the stars. Channel the stars and the magic in you. I'm going to get one more. Ages of the Witch. Birth, death, rebirth. All points on the wheel are sacred. The witch reminds you that you need fear none of these magical gateways, for within each is a blessing. Yeah, you have to, things happen in life. They're life events. You're going to meet people and they're going to come into your life and they're going to teach you lessons and you're going to go through some shit, but you can accept the present moment as it is. Let go of the past. Let go of it. It doesn't exist anymore. Just take the lessons and bring them forward. And don't fear change. Don't fear when people leave your life. Don't fear when people are pulling away. Just accept it as it is. For within is a blessing, because Spirit will take and remove what isn't meant to be in your life anymore. Just see it as a blessing. Take the lessons and move forward. Your past, your current life situations, what within it, recognize the magic and the lessons and the blessings in each moment, each stage of your life. And this helps with your rebirth every day. Every day is a new day. Birth, death, rebirth, all in one day. And that is pretty much saying just to you that it's a cycle. Birth, death, and rebirth. You're going to have some highs, you're going to have some lows, you're going to put an end to cycles, and you're going to rebirth yourself and the thoughts that you have every day. You're going to rebirth high vibration. You're going to rebirth and put an end to old cycles, then new cycles. Spirit's just saying, just go with the flow. Go with the flow, accept what is, cut away what doesn't serve you, doesn't feel good, and focus on living your best life, radiating love, being in high vibration, and taking those paths. There's different paths to get to this place. Don't be scared. Don't fear any obstacles. Use them as a lesson and a blessing. The old ways. The old ways are sacred to witches who are reclaiming traditions thousands of years old. What are some of your ancient practices? The witch asks your memories to rise within you today. This can be like revisiting your culture. If you have a culture that you're a part of, or family traditions or traditions, sometimes you have to, the ones that are beneficial for you, revisit those. Revisit old habits that you had that were good for you. Like sometimes we get in a new grind with new people and we forget that how well we used to take care of ourselves, or even when we used to write, we used to journal, we used to do law of attraction, we used to meditate, we used to do art, we used to do music, we used to write poetry, we used to do a lot of things. We used to go out to eat, we used to date, we used to do this. It's always we used to. Visit old ways that were beneficial, that you enjoyed. Reclaim them. Make them a part of your tradition, your awakening, your birth, death, and rebirth daily. These old ways are magical gateways because they served you. You know through your life what was for your highest good. And that's what your inner witch is saying to you today. Your Empress. I hope this helps, Divine Feminine. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Namaste.